Maya Brooks pressed her palm against the cold observation window and watched the damaged shuttle tumble through the void like a wounded bird struggling to fly. The small craft leaked atmosphere in crystalline bursts that caught the light of the dying star their research station orbited. Something was very wrong with that vessel, and someone inside needed help desperately. She turned from the window and ran toward the docking bay without waiting for commander approval. Her boots echoed against metal floors as she passed empty corridors. Most of the crew were in their quarters at this hour, but Maya had been working late in the lab again. Her fingers flew across her wristcom as she called for emergency medical protocols. The docking bay doors were already cycling open when she arrived. Kelly Davis stood near the controls with her arms crossed and her expression stern. The commander was a tall woman with short gray hair and eyes that missed nothing. "We do not know what is in that shuttle," Kelly said firmly. "Someone who needs our help," Maya replied and grabbed a rescue suit from the wall locker. The shuttle made contact with the docking clamps and the bay repressurized with a hiss of equalizing air. Maya pulled on her helmet and approached the small craft before the safety lights finished their sequence. Through the scratched viewport, she could see movement inside. The hatch opened with a grinding sound of damaged mechanisms and a figure stumbled out onto the deck. Maya caught her breath at the sight. The being before her was humanoid, but clearly not human. Her skin was translucent like frosted glass and shifted through colors from pale blue to soft violet as she moved. She wore clothing that seemed to be woven from light itself, and her eyes were large and dark without visible pupils. The alien woman collapsed forward and Maya rushed to catch her. She was surprisingly light despite being nearly Maya's height. Her skin felt cool and smooth like polished stone but pulsed with an inner warmth.
"Medical to docking bay now!"
Maya shouted into her comm. The alien's eyes opened and focused on Maya's face through the helmet. Her lips moved but no sound came out at first. Then a weak voice emerged, speaking words Maya could not understand. The tone was desperate and frightened. "You are safe here," Maya said gently, knowing the alien probably could not understand her either, but hoping the tone would communicate what words could not. Kelly appeared beside them with a medical scanner. She ran it over the alien and frowned at the readings. The device was designed for human physiology and struggled to interpret the data it received. "Get her to Medical Bay 3. Kelly ordered quarantine protocols. "She is injured and scared," Maya protested, "and possibly dangerous," Kelly countered. "We follow procedure." 2 crew members arrived with a stretcher and carefully lifted the alien woman onto it. Her colors shifted to dark purple and her breathing became rapid and shallow. Maya walked alongside the stretcher, ignoring Kelly's disapproving stare. In the medical bay, Maya helped transfer the alien to a bed while the automated systems began their analysis. The woman's eyes remained fixed on Maya, as if she were the only anchor in a strange and frightening place. Maya pulled off her helmet and offered what she hoped was a reassuring smile. "My name is Maya," she said slowly and pointed to herself. The alien woman's colors lightened slightly to a pale green. She raised one hand and touched her own chest. "Veliana," she said in a voice like chimes. Over the following hours, Maya sat with Veliana while the medical systems worked to stabilize her. The alien had suffered injuries from weapons fire, and her shuttle had taken significant damage during what appeared to be an attack. Kelly had retrieved a translation device from storage, and Maya configured it to begin learning Veliana's language. By the time the station's artificial dawn arrived, the device had achieved basic functionality. Maya held it between them and spoke. "Where did you come from?" The device processed her words and emitted sounds in Veliana's language. The alien woman listened and then responded. The device translated back. "I came from the Luminary homeworld in the Cascade sector." Veliana said, "I escaped from those who would stop my mission." "What mission?" Maya asked. Veliana's colors shifted through several shades before settling on pale blue. "To find allies for my people," she said. "We are dying and no one will help us." Maya learned that Veliana's people had been conquered by an empire called the Kethral. The Luminari were scientists and artists, not warriors. They had no weapons to resist, and their pleas to other advanced civilizations had been ignored or rejected. The galactic community viewed the Luminari as weak and unworthy of protection. "The Council of my people studied many species," Veliana explained. "They determined that humanity was too young and too primitive to be useful allies. They forbade any contact with your kind." "But you came anyway," Maya said. "I studied your history." Veliana replied. I read about your wars and your struggles. I saw how you fight even when victory seems impossible. I saw how you help each other even when it costs you dearly. My people needed that spirit, so I stole a shuttle and came to find you. Maya felt a strange mixture of pride and sadness at those words. Humanity's reputation among the stars was apparently one of reckless determination. It was not a flattering assessment, but perhaps it was accurate. Kelly entered the medical bay with her usual purposeful stride. Her expression was grave. We have a problem, she announced. 3 Kethril warships just entered scanner range and they are heading directly toward us. Veliana's colors immediately shifted to dark gray and she tried to sit up. Maya gently pushed her back down. They tracked me, Veliana said. You must surrender me to them or they will destroy your station. Kelly nodded slowly. That is what I came to discuss, she said. We are a research station, not a military installation. We have no weapons and no shields. Those ships could tear us apart in minutes. Then give me to them, Veliana insisted. I will not let others die for my failure. Maya looked between the 2 women and felt something fierce rise in her chest. She thought about everything Veliana had told her about her people and their desperate situation. She thought about the courage it had taken for this alien woman to defy her own leaders and cross space alone to seek help from strangers. No, Maya said firmly. Both Kelly and Veliana stared at her. What are you carrying? Maya asked Veliana. Why did they send assassins after you and why are they so determined to catch you now? Veliana hesitated and then reached beneath her clothing to withdraw a small crystalline device. It glowed with inner light and pulsed in rhythm with her heartbeat. This contains the genetic data of my entire species, she said quietly. Our history and culture and knowledge. Everything we are is encoded here. It is the last backup before the Kethril complete their genocide. If they capture this, the luminary will be erased from existence forever. Maya took the device carefully and held it up to the light. It was warm in her palm and seemed to hum with life. She thought about what it represented. An entire civilization held in a piece of crystal no larger than her thumb. Kelly, we cannot let them have this, Maya said. The commander's jaw tightened. I know, she said, but I will not sacrifice my crew. What if there was another way? Maya suggested. The experimental quantum drive we have been testing. Kelly's eyes widened. That drive is designed for creating controlled singularities for research purposes, she said. It has never been used at full power. But it could create a wormhole. Maya pressed. A temporary one that could send Veliana's shuttle across the galaxy to random coordinates where the Kethril could not track her. It would also destroy the station. Kelly said, the energy release would be catastrophic. Then we evacuate first. Maya replied, we have enough cargo pods to get everyone to safety. Kelly was silent for a long moment. Then she activated her comm and called for all senior staff to report to the conference room immediately. Within minutes, the crew had gathered and Maya explained her plan. The faces around the table showed fear and uncertainty, but also determination. I will not order anyone to do this, Kelly said, but I am asking for volunteers. Every hand in the room went up without hesitation. Maya felt tears prick her eyes at the sight. These people barely knew Veliana and her species. They had no obligation to risk their lives and their work. But they chose to help anyway because it was the right thing to do. The next hours were a blur of frantic activity. The crew loaded essential equipment and research data into cargo pods, while Maya and 2 engineers worked to recalibrate the quantum drive. Veliana insisted on helping despite her injuries and proved surprisingly skilled with alien technology. Why are you doing this? Veliana asked Maya as they worked side by side. Because we can? Maya replied simply, because you came all this way looking for help, and we have the power to give it. That has to mean something. My people were wrong about humanity, Veliana said, and her colors shifted to warm gold. You are not primitive at all. The Kethril ships entered weapons range just as the evacuation completed. Kelly ordered all crew to the cargo pods except for Maya, who needed to stay behind to calibrate the final sequence. Veliana refused to leave her side. No one should die alone, Veliana said. Not human and not luminary. Maya wanted to argue, but there was no time. The Kethril were powering weapons and hailing the station with demands for surrender. Maya's fingers flew across the controls as she initialized the quantum drive. The station shuddered as massive,